on the list. Pot for Pups, how the medicinal marijuana industry is moving in on your pets. Plus, ease pain with the right shade of green, the connection between colors and your health. But first, this is the day to disrobe. The surprising benefits of being bucko naked-o. At the top of our list right now.
All right, time to take off our clothes and get naked. Relax, it's not that kind of show, but it is National Nude Day. And being in the buff has its benefits. And Au Naturel celebration of life is at the top of our list.
There's nude beaches, nude photo sessions, nude resorts, nude yoga, and even nude life coaching. And these are just some of the ways people can celebrate their nudity. We talked to a few experts and naturalists themselves to find the top 3 reasons why being in the buff is the bomb.
Get naked and enjoy the sun.
Number 1, going au naturel lowers your inhibitions.
There's no hidden anythings around here.
Naturalists like Kathy go to clothing optional resorts to lose more than her clothes.
We don't judge people by their body type and what they look like. It's all about your personality.
Breaking those barriers is a big reason why people attend Jude Luth's naked yoga class.
Why do you think nude yoga found a market?
There are a lot of people that's searching for a deeper element of a spiritual practice, so kind of strip away the layers of clothing actually helps people to kind of connect a little bit deeper to their practice.
Jude says naked yoga helps people shed body shame while connecting to their spirituality.
It could be weight issues, it could be a matter of thinking, I don't look like that Abercrombie Fitch model. You know, we're just, once you layer everything down, we're all just humans, human hearts.
Getting skin deep is one reason people visit the naked life coach Nadine Sablesky.
I feel like I'm overdressed. Are these people usually already comfortable being naked, or is that maybe one of the inhibitions that you're trying to break through?
Well, I think it helps people discard some of the masks that they wear on a daily basis.
Why do you think being naked helps the process?
I think that it helps build a level of trust and intimacy a lot faster, and it helps people open up and be more honest. So when they're more honest, the faster I can help them.
And it seems to work for Kathy.
They're afraid of what they look like and how people perceive them. And I'm just like, I don't care.
Next, the reason why going full commando is cool, it's good for your health.
Here, you strip away the clothing, you don't get all the bacteria trapped in the clothing.
And it's not just in the yoga studio. Experts say being naked lowers risk of infection, helps with circulation, brain function, and even mental health.
What are some of the greatest changes that you've seen in people who have gone naked?
Oh man, I mean, I'm talking complete life transformation. Like somebody who went from being horribly depressed and almost unable to function to starting a business.
And our final reason for wearing only a smile, it's fun.
You're moving, you're listening to some fun music, and you're naked, so you have this element of freedom, and it's a really liberating feeling.
It's a freedom thing, you know.
Is being naked fun?
Yeah, I mean, it's freedom. What's more fun than being free and relaxing?
I mean, it's the birthday suit.
It is the birthday suit.
I mean, what could be more fun than your birthday suit?
Nothing,
it's like birthday
absolutely.
cake, birthday suit.
Getting the full story on the Full Monty is at the top of the list.
One of the best things about National Nude Day, you don't have to worry about stains on your clothes. However, when midnight strikes and the free ride ends, no worries. Donna Rucco's got you covered with clothing that repels stains. Dress with no mess on The Stylist.
Sure, accidents happen, but stains, they're never in style.
Sorry about your shirt, it really was Insta-worthy.
Don't worry, we've got a list of gear that'll keep you clean from head to toe. First up, stain-resistant tops.
Ably shirts and hoodies are activated with Philium. Philium's a process that makes natural fabrics repel liquids without affecting how soft and breathable they are.
Whether you drop jelly or spill coffee, these knit shirts seem to repel everything, even odour.
If sweat doesn't get absorbed, there's no smell.
Your shirt won't get stained, but your wallet will get dented. A t-shirt for ladies or men will set you back $48. Next, take the panic out of wearing pants with stain-repelling jeans. Old Navy claims that these jeans are stain-resistant. Yeah, right. I'm going to put them to the test. Coffee and soda? Wipe straight off. Now we're saving the best for last. Anything red. But tomato juice did kind of leave its mark. They'll set you back about $40, but being spill-proof, definitely worth it.
There's a little bit of a stain here, but let's face it, with all those liquids we've just poured on, I think they've held up pretty well.
And finally, even your shoes can be stain-free. These Bear Pass suede boots are protected with Never Wet, so it doesn't matter if you drop your coffee or even red wine. These boots march on unstained. There's a variety of styles starting at about $50, or you can DIY with a $15 bottle of water repellent. Just spray it on and they say you can watch water roll right off. No stain or gain.
I'm impressed.
On The Stylist.
Stain-free, you know right away what that means, but the buzzwords on earth-friendly groceries like sourcing and sustainable can be bewildering. Jimmy Rose shows us how to shop well and feel good. Hey Jimmy, what's the deal?
Annoying things when grocery shopping, long lines, expired coupons, that one wobbly wheel on the cart. Oh, and destroying the earth. Yeah, that's really irritating. But you can make more sustainable choices when you shop.
There's a huge amount of decisions that are going along in every supply chain.
Alexander Gillette's the CEO of the How Good Food Rating app. He shared 3 factors to consider to keep your shopping cart sustainable. First up, sourcing.
By sourcing, what we mean is growing practices and those labor standards and the animal husbandry, and it's probably the largest overall impact within food products.
And that includes CO2 emissions. Best practices include local organic farming.
You can find them at a local farmer's market where their pricing will be a lot lower or equal to a conventional product and still have that high standard.
The next sustainability indicator to keep in mind, production.
By production, we mean how everything is made and how it's processed.
That includes what you put your hands on in the store. Packaging.
Packaging is really absurd. You see more and more fruits and vegetables being covered in plastic. You know, it's like, if only there was some biodegradable way that we could wrap this.
Finally, consider the company you keep. Look out for providers that are so bad, you don't want to give them your business.
We're looking for bad actors. Anyone buying that product would not want to support that behavior.
For instance, the global shrimping industry is brutal to its workers. So,
buy Louisiana shrimp. You can know you're buying something that has solid labor practices.
The How Good app has boiled all these indicators into a single sustainability score.
You could hear the sigh of relief all the way from the meat counter.
For over 200,000 products.
We want you to be able to vote with your dollars without having to do a lot of work.
So keep your groceries green, because earth-friendly eating is what's the deal.
And buzzwords like dry hopped, double barrel, and session beer have been bubbling up in the craft beer industry because, get this, in the last 5 years, the number of craft breweries has doubled, now employing nearly 130,000 people. Do you want a career in beer? We've got 3 tips to tap into on the lowdown. So you don't tremble at the sight of the legendary Das Boot, and now you're ready to take your beer skills to the next level. Going pro in the beer business can offer up some exciting challenges depending on which direction you go. First up, getting down to business.
You already know how to brew. You search out the best malt, the best hops, and your seasonal recipes are all dialed in. Maybe you're not a brewer, but you want to work in the growing craft beverage industry.
Online certification programs like the one at Portland State University can help give beer lovers the chance to focus their skills on the business end of the bottle.
This program at Portland State has given me the knowledge that I needed to put together the business plan to understand the financials of running an organization like this.
Even if you don't want to open your own brewery, it can teach you the skills needed to work in the beer industry.
The Business to Craft Brewing program gave me a realistic understanding of what's important to everybody down the chain.
Next, pair food and beer like a master.
There's a whole world of opportunities that are now available for more sophisticated pairing of food and beer.
The Brewers Association and Cicerone.org are pushing the envelope in the art of food and beer pairings. With in-depth programs and testing, beer lovers can become pairing experts and up their game in the service industry.
Build upon the craft beer and food experience you already offer by discovering the untapped culinary insights in every new flavor and taste of craft beer.
Finally, be a beer judge.
Once those beers come to the table, silence. You are in the moment of now, you are judging, you are evaluating everything in front of you.
Founded in 1985, the Beer Judge Certification Program is a worldwide certifying organization for judges of beer for home-brewed and commercial beer competitions.
It's peer review at its absolute highest standard, and to put a beer through that panel and come out on top means a lot. It's basically your peers saying, man, you make great beer.
Everything to make you a beer god. On the lowdown. Get this! The hot new song of the summer is the hit Despacito, with over 2 billion views on YouTube. Coming up, you never heard it like this? You gotta check out a unique take on this Latin jam. Plus, ease pain with green lights, the science of color on your health, and pot for pups. Stay tuned. There's more coming up on the list.
It's finally happening. Game of Thrones fans, your long national nightmare is finally over. The season 7 premiere arrives Sunday. What you need to know whether or not you plan on watching on the hot list.
Whatever stands in our way, we will defeat it.
This is Game of Thrones, and right now you're either super pumped or super confused. Don't worry, here's what you need to know before the new season debut. Number 1, this HBO show is not for the kiddos. Soaked in blood and dripping with sexual content, we can't show you much of it because we're a family show. Heck, even talking about it is a little too hot for TV.
Stop that. You're making me uncomfortable.
Number 2, Game of Thrones is very popular. It's HBO's most watched TV series of all time, with 25 million people seeing each and every episode.
There's no hiding from this.
It's won 38 Primetime Emmy Awards, is shown in 170 countries, and is illegally downloaded more times than any other show on the planet.
The enemy is real.
And get this, more than 100,000 people tuned in to a Facebook live stream of ice melting just to find out about this season's release date. That's dedication. Number 3, there are so many characters to keep track of. Here are some highlights from the 7 Kingdoms so you can pretend you know who's who.
Everyone who isn't us is an enemy.
There's the Lannister family, including Jaime, Tyrion, and the evil Queen Cersei.
You think I care?
Then there are the Starks, particularly the sisters Sansa and Arya, and the warrior Jon Snow. And there's Daenerys. She's the one who has those dragons that are the size of 747s. And we can't forget about the supernatural characters. Main baddies to know, the White Walkers. They're dead, and they want everyone else that way too.
Now, if all of this Game of Thrones info has you a bit overwhelmed, we don't blame you. But don't worry, the show's coming to an end. Just kidding. That's at number 4.
I drink and I know things.
Well, know this. In truth, it's not ending until at least next year, when the show's final season is scheduled.
Nothing matters but how it ends.
And then come the spin-offs. There are 5 in the works, so don't plan on saying bye-bye to this franchise anytime soon.
For centuries, our families fought together against their common enemy, despite their differences. Together, we need to do the same.
Going gaga for Game of Thrones on the hot list.
Now, something maybe even more important than Game of Thrones, maybe, your health. The University of Arizona is studying a way to manage pain with color and light, and it's showing a little bit of promise. Teresa Strasser found that's not the only way science and color are combining forces. It's on the breakdown.
The human eye can see 7 million colors. Some are irritants, some are stimulants, some provoke neurological responses so powerful that we're only beginning to understand them. We don't just see color, we feel it. In fact, new research shows us color may bring relief to millions suffering from pain. Dr. Mohab Ibrahim of the University of Arizona has shown that concentrated green LED light can ease chronic pain.
We have shown in a limited number of people that we enrolled that green light actually can reduce their pain by about maybe 40 to 50%.
That sounds like a lot.
Well,
it's promising.
It's promising.
What can somebody do to harness the power of green?
Enjoy life. Go out, go walk in a park, walk with a friend. Just stay tuned, because hopefully this research will conclude soon.
Next up, clearing up your skin with color.
If your acne has seen it all, it's time to see what light can do.
Beauty company Neutrogena says their LED therapy light mask is backed up by years of research with dermatologists.
Its blue light penetrates just beneath skin's surface to kill acne-causing bacteria, while its red light goes deeper to reduce inflammation.
I would say it has a significant effect.
See that cool glow? That's the combination of red and blue light working on your skin.
It retails for about $35. And finally, the pacifying power of pink, or specifically a shade called Baker Miller Pink, which corrections officials use to mellow aggressive prisoners.
Putting them in this drunk tank pink colored cell for 15 minutes, they argued, completely pacified them.
This pink appeared to be part color, part tranquilizer.
If you're feeling stressed out, you can try the calming effects of Drunk Tank Pink with a YouTube experiment. You'll find the link on thelistTV.com. Killing pain, clearing your skin, and staying chill. The science of color on The Breakdown.
Now from The List, 3 steps to a perfect stair climbing workout.
Humans have been building and climbing stairs for thousands of years, and to this day, it's still one of the best workouts you can possibly get.
First, warm up.
2 to 3 minutes, and you're just gonna go up and down on one stair just to get the blood pumping.
Next, stretch.
Kick your hip forward, and that's what will stretch the quadricep muscles. Here we're stretching the hamstrings and the lower back.
And finally, hit those stairs.
The goal is to climb for 20 minutes continuously without stopping. But if you're a beginner, you can try to go for 10 minutes and then add a few minutes every other workout until you can climb for our goal of 20 minutes or more per workout. So no matter what fitness trends or techniques may come and go, climbing stairs is still and always will be one of the better options for getting fit.
For more trends, DIY, and life hacks, go to thelistTV.com.
Now, as you may have heard, Las Vegas recently legalized recreational marijuana, and it was so popular that they almost ran out. Weed has become such a big business that even dog food companies are looking for a piece of the pot pie. Lindsay Granger looks at the pluses of giving hemp to your hound on the lowdown.
The legal marijuana industry in the U.S. made $6.7 billion in 2016. But humans aren't the only ones using it.
The dogs that are using our product regularly are using it for a myriad of conditions.
Juliana Carella, founder of Treatables, an edible marijuana company for dogs, says there are 3 ways pot for your pup might be beneficial. First up, it may help ease pain.
Well, the thing about cannabis and hemp, there is this huge list of conditions that it can address successfully. And because all animals have an endocannabinoid system, they respond just like humans would.
Juliana says customers have used her products to treat cancer and arthritis, but they don't need to worry about their dog getting high.
Well, our product is derived from hemp CBD, so it's a completely different compound from the plant than THC.
THC is the main ingredient in recreational marijuana. Most edible dog treats contain little to no traces of THC, making them legal to ship to every state in the U.S. except Florida due to state laws banning CBD. The next possible benefit, it could help soothe anxiety.
It's really a phenomenal remedy for anxiety of all kinds, not just separation anxiety, but anxiety around riding in cars or going to the vet office or going to the groomer.
The research on pot for pups is still new, so many vets don't administer CBD products. Doctors can recommend the product, but you don't need a prescription to buy them. And the final way doggy edibles might help to increase their appetite.
But most dogs are hungry all the time, so you really know, when they're not eating, there's something going on here. So what happens when you give the animal treatables for these other conditions, what we hear a lot is, oh, my animal actually started eating again.
Most bags of treatables range between $20 and $30, with serving size information on the back. Cannabis for canines on the lowdown.
Want to binge watch The List? Stream us on Roku. Access more trends, deals, and life hacks on TV's #1 streaming device. Add The List to your Roku now. On the next list, 1. Cooking oil confusion. Know which oils you really should be using. 2. How to get your job done when you're stuck in open office chaos.
Hey, I'm on the phone here.
And 3. Game of Thrones inspired food. Fun to make and eat, even if you're not a fan. All that on Monday's list. All right, let's finish this Friday show off with some fun music. By now, you've probably heard the song Despacito. The music video alone has more than 2 billion, with a B, YouTube views. But we bet you haven't heard it just like this. Performed only with cellos, it's on the viral list.
Despacito, quiero desnudarte a besos despacito, firma las paredes de tu laberinto y hacer de tu...
You may not know what Luis Fonsi and Daddy Yankee are saying in their hit Despacito, which also features Justin Bieber. But in this latest version, you don't have to, since there are no words, just cellos. This cover is from the classically trained Croatian duo Two Cellos, who recently released a new album called Score. Who knew cellos could be so entertaining? Head to thelisttv.com to watch the whole thing and dance to it on repeat. Dazzling Despacito on the viral list.
You know, I didn't think that song could get any better, and then cellos.
Yeah, for real. Love that. But with that, it's time to say goodbye.
All right, we'll see you again soon.